Here we're given an inequality, and we're given the graph of the inequality, and we're supposed to write the inequality. The instructions say write an inequality for the graph below. The first thing that we notice is we have a dashed line with an obviously negative slope, and we have 2 points here that are identified for us. So we're going to go ahead and write our knowns. First, we have a dashed line, which tells us that it is either less than or greater than, but not less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, telling us that any of the points that lie on this line are not included in the solution. The other thing we see is a negative slope. Negative slope is telling us that as the x values increase, the y values are decreasing. The other points that we're given here, or the other information that we want to write down, is we're given 2 points. We see here the point 0, 6 is where this dashed line crosses the y-axis, or it is the y-intercept. And another point that is given to us is 2, negative 2. So what we want to do is we want to come up with the equation for this line and then put it in as an inequality. We see that everything is shaded to the left, or all the x values less than this line, or all the y values less than this line are part of the solution set. So what we do is we can start with our y equals mx plus b, our slope-intercept form, and we already have our y-intercept. So we can go ahead and plug that right into the formula. Y equals mx plus 6. Now we just need to solve for slope. We can do that very easily by just eyeballing it, and we can see that it crosses at 0, 6, and then down 8 and over 2. We don't even have to use a formula because the graph is given. So if we go from this point down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then over 1, 2, we see that, and we remember that slope is our change in y over our change in x. So the slope is negative 8 over 2, or equivalent negative 4, because negative 8 divided by 2 is 4. So we can plug that right in here. Y equals negative 4x plus 6. And we are almost done, except that here we've written an equation, a linear equation, and we're trying to write an inequality. So y equals negative 4x plus 6 would be this line, all the solutions that lie on this line. But we see that the y values are everything less than, meaning that this is a dashed line, so we know that it's either less than, y is either going to be less than or greater than our negative 4x plus 6. Negative 4x plus 6. We have to decide which one. Is it less than or is it greater than? Well, if we look at the line and we see that, for example, at 0, 6, 0, 6 is not included in the solution, but everything less than, all our y values less than 6 are included. And for any point that you see on the line, for example, if we go to over here to 1, 2, which is part of the line, this is not included. This would be an open circle, but everything less than is in the shaded region. So the y is going to be less than negative 4x plus 6. And again, you can check the solution by choosing any random point within the shaded region and plugging it back in. The easiest is going to be your origin. So if we put the point 0, 0, which is included in the shaded region, back into the equation to make sure we've written the right inequality, we would plug in 0 for y is less than negative 4 times 0 plus 6. This gives us 0 is less than negative 4 times 0 is 0, plus 6, or 0 is less than 6, which is true.